In this video, we'll learn what is what if analysis in Excel. Now, as the name says, what if, so that is a sort of analysis in a different scenario. What if I want that? What if I want that? What if the targets are not achieved, right? Suppose what if I'm not clearing my exam, so how much marks am I supposed to get? So how do I do that? So these all are the different scenarios where what if can fit into. Now, what if, as the name says, what if? So we are actually searching something for that. We are actually looking for something into that, and it can provide us various calculations. Now, if we go into data tab, we can see here there's forecast under the this ribbon option. So that's again a forecast. It's a prediction. It's an estimation, a future estimation, right? So what is that's doing a forecast, a calculation for us. Now, majorly, if we click on what if drop down, so what if is students divided into majorly three options, that is scenario manager, that is goal seek, and the data table. Now first we'll see goal seek. Now again, the goal seek name says that there is a particular goal that I'm seeking, right? Now suppose there's a salesman who has been given a quarterly target to get sales done, and in a couple of months he could not finish up to 50% also. Now whatever he has to perform, that is in the last month of the quarter. Now that is the goal seek analysis, where he can see how much am I supposed to perform in that. Now I have taken two examples. One is a simpler one for the first session, and then we'll go for something major. Now look here, this is a scenario where we have 4 subjects and the marks. Now what is the passing criteria? The minimum marks has to be 40 in each subject. Now if a student scores less than 40, he is straight away failed. And there is one more criteria. There is no one criterion, there are 2 criteria. So the second one is the total should be 200. So for all the subjects, the total should be 200. It means that the average should be 50, right? I can say that. Now I'll type is equals to, I'll type total here, and is equals to sum, this 4. Now the total is 138. Suppose the student has given these 3 exams, right? And he estimates, and again that's a forecast, right? So he estimates. Now after every exam, every student becomes the examiner for a while. So he has estimated that he can score 56 in English, mathematics he can score only 41, statistics again he can score only 41. Now if he scores 40 in economics, so what will happen? He will clear the economic subject, but he will fail the entire exam, because if we put enter, if I just press tab, so if you press enter, so this is going downside, and if you press tab, it is going on the right side. Now I have just pressed tab, and if you can see this is the total is not coming to 200. Now if he clears the economic subject, still he will fail, because the total is not up to the mark, the criteria is not fulfilled. Now here is the concept. Now if he scores 50, let's check by doing some R&D. So again he's failing, the total is not 200. Suppose he scores 60, he got first class, still he's failing. Suppose he got 61, still he's failing, 1 marks is left. Suppose he got 62, then and then only he can clear the entire exam. Now here the student has given all these exams, he is standing here. Now he is estimating, he is doing the future forecast, that how much he is supposed to score in economics. So not only he can clear the economic subject, but he can clear the entire exam to fulfill both the criteria, right? So I hope I have very well made the example clear. Now we'll see how this goal seek can help us find that. So I'll select the cell where I have the function written, right? That's a sum function. I'll go to what if goal seek. Now this cell is already selected. Now to value 200. Now please read, the language itself explains set cell, which is B6, set cells, that's a function sum, we need that to be 200. Now set cell B6 to value 200. So that's already a set cell. I want to value how much? 200, because that's a criteria we have, one of the criterion. And by changing with cell, now we cannot change the cells that we have given the exams of, right? We can only change this, whatever we can perform. So I'll select this, I'll press OK, he'll do some permutation combination, and see, this has brought me the result of 62. So I can do with this as well as I can do with average. Suppose if I take an average is equals to average of this 4. Now the average has to be 50 because the total is 4. Now what I'll do, I'll click the average function. Again, I can do with goal seek. Now I want to put this average B7 set cells to 50 by changing this cell. Now it will bring the average to 50 and it will say that you have to score 62. The same is the result by other functions as well. So I hope you have got a glimpse of how this goal seek works. In the next video, we'll see some more difficult examples. Thank you. Now we'll see a bit advanced calculation with the help of goal seek. Now look here, the loan amount says is 40 lakhs and the interest is given is 12%, and the year we can say 10 years or 12 months, either 120 months either. Now what will be the installment if someone is taking a mortgage loan of 40 lakhs with 12% interest and for 10 years, or alternatively 120 months we can say. So what is the EMI? What is the installment? So first of all, we'll see installment with the help of PMT that we have already learned in the PMT. I have already explained in the PMT financial calculations. Now that is the rate per year. Now suppose I want to calculate months. So what I'll do, I'll divide the rate by 12 and then 120 months, comma, and this I'll put this in minus. I can put the minus before PMT as well, or I can put within that. Both other ways. Now the EMI, that is 57,388. that is the EMI we are getting. Now if you are a mortgage analyst in a bank and a client is taking this loan of 40 lakhs with 12% interest for 120 months, but you have calculated EMI and said it is 57,000 and some change. If a client can't pay more than 50,000 a month, client says, sorry sir, I cannot pay more than 50,000 a month. How much should he borrow? Now see, how much should he borrow? So he can also stretch. We can also stretch, you take it for 15 years, right? But he says, no, I only want the burden for 10 years, not more than 15 years. Now that is a limitation. Plus the interest, we can also change the interest, right? If we increase the interest, so what will happen? The client will not take the loan from us. If we decrease the interest, that's a loss to us. So again, the question comes is, how much should he borrow? We can only give him a lesser amount of loan for that. Now that is a calculation possible with the help of what if analysis. Now we'll see, we have function here PMT, so I'll click here, I'll go to what if goal seek, the set cells to value how much, so it is 50,000. By changing this cell, now do we want to change interest? No. Do we want to change months? No. So what will change? We'll change only the loan amount, so I'll click OK. See, so in order to get this PMT 50, that's an EMI 50,000, the loan what the client should take is 34,085,000 and some change. So we can give him a loan of that. So we can try with interest in months and all these things as well. So I hope you have understood that what if a goal seek in what if analysis can solve our difficult problems also like that. And suppose there is a goal particularly given, this many months, this much amount of interest and only this much EMI. So what would be the loan amount? So we can do all this with the help of goal seek. Now we can also, we'll see further in our further sessions what is data table, what is scenario manager, different scenarios in the same case, and what will be the data table. So see you then. Thank you. Now we'll see what is data table in what if analysis. That's another part of what if analysis. Now again, data table can make our calculations very easy. The calculations we did in mixed reference in my course, that is also we can do just by one click. We have to only choose data perfectly in that. Now we'll take a similar example as we took in goal seek. Suppose the loan amount is 40 lakhs, someone is taking, the interest is 12% and the years are this time only 5 years, that is 60 months. Now what will be the calculations of EMI? Now here I'll see EMI as per my 12% interest calculation, and there are some interest rates given, 9%, 10%, there are various options. So first let's calculate EMI, that is PMT, the rate is 12%, so I'll divide by 12 and then 60 months and I'll put this amount in minus. So I'll get, if I'm taking a loan of 40 lakhs for this many years at 12% interest rate, so this will be the EMI. Now what will be the EMI if the rate of interest is 9%, 10%, 11%? So the one option is that we can put the same function here, PMT, in all the places, right? 5 times, 10 times the number of interest rates are given. And there is one more option, data table. It will calculate very quickly for all these things for us. Now let's see how does it work. I'll select the table. I'll go to data, what if analysis, data table. Now you're asking me two things, row and column input cell. Now in this, we have only column input cells. If we look at the table, we have column. All the interest rates are written in one column A. So I'll go to column, but then not I'll select the column. What is column? Interest rates. So I'll go here, I'll select the column, I'll put the cursor in column, and this interest rates, I'll select the interest rate in my original table, this table. Whereas this is the secondary table which will fetch me the calculations of different interest rates. Now here I'll put in 12%, I'll just select in the original table. Now this is just a step we need to remember. We have to select this. First we have to calculate this, then we have to select this, and then the data is into a column, right? Of course it is in the different rows, but then it is on one column, so we'll take one column as common. Now here I'll put in the column input cell, and that what is there in the column? Interest. So I'll select the interest rates in my original table. I'll press OK. Now see, in just one click it has calculated various EMI options with various interest rates. Now for 12% we have calculated already is 88,000. Now here for 9 is 83, 10 is this. Now 12 is exactly same, if you can see, right? So that is, and for if we are going for higher interest rates, the EMI is but obviously going to be more than the calculations. So I'm sure that you have enjoyed how to calculate data table with the help of this. Let's take one more example in our next video. Now we'll see bit advanced calculation of data table. Again, I'm sure it's really very easy, but you have to take care of rows and columns both. Now here, if you see, there's a sale amount, a little amount of 12,000 sales given with a commission of 10%. Now what will be the amount of commission if 10% is the commission? So we'll see this multiply by this. So again, 1200 is that. Now what we want, suppose the sales are 12,000 and the commission is 10%, but suppose we have a different table where the sales are 20,000, 25,000 and 30,000, and again the commissions are also different, 5%, 10%, 15%. Now I want to actually see that if a salesperson make a sales of 20,000, so how much commission amount will he get if 5% is the commission given to him, 10% commission given to him, or 15%. The same is the case with 25,000 and 30,000. Now again, we can do with mixed reference. As in my course, we must have seen what is mixed reference and how that multiplication in rows and columns can work. But suppose that's a huge data, right? And you want to do it in few seconds. So data table is going to make our work very easy in that. Now what will I do in the first here, the cell, I'll again do the same calculation from my original table. This multiply by this. So again, I'll get the same result. I'll select the data. I'll go to what if data table. Now here we have to put in both the options, rows and column. Now in the row, in this table, we have row, 6th row, which has all the different interest rates, and one column, C column, which has all the different sales amounts. So rows we have interest rate. So in row, we'll select the interest rate in our original table, and in column, we'll select the sales amount in our original table. That's the only thing, and I'll place OK. Now as soon as I pressed OK, this has fetched me the answer in just 1 second, right? Now suppose if I change this to, let's say I want to make it 20%, suppose I want to make it 18%, I want to make it 7%. So again, every information is going to get updated according to my percentage rate or the amount of sales. So I'm sure you have enjoyed data table. It's a bit tricky, but I'm sure if you watch this video twice, it's going to make things very much easy for you. Please choose that correctly, the column and the rows, dear students. Thank you. See you then. Now let's look at the last option of what if analysis, that is scenario manager. I have taken the same examples to make things easier, that how can you calculate the same examples by all three methods of what if analysis. So then it will become, the things will become easier. Now in the same example as we have seen already, 40 lakhs is the loan amount, interest is 12%, and the months are 120. So the EMI comes to this. Now scenario manager can give us different options. Let's say what could be the best scenario and what could be the worst scenario. Now suppose I have to take a loan of 40 lakhs, right? Let's take this as an average scenario. Now what will be the best scenario? That I have to take a loan as less as possible. So let's say 25 lakhs is my best because I can afford the EMI and all that. And what would be the worst scenario? That I have to take the loan of 50 lakhs. That's half a crore. Now how can we do that? Now I'll go to what if scenario manager. I'll add a scenario here. First I'll add the best scenario, and of course the B1 cell is selected. What is the best scenario? That we have to take a loan of only 25 lakhs. Alright, so I have added a best scenario. I'll add one more scenario, that is worst. What is the worst scenario? The cell B1 is already selected. What is the worst scenario? That we have to take a loan of 50 lakhs. Now here we have added two scenarios. Now I'll just click on summary and it can calculate what. So it will give us the results as different installments in best and worst scenario. Suppose in the best scenario that I am taking as less loan as possible, that is 25 lakhs. So what will be my EMI? What is my monthly burden? Or in alternatively, if I'm taking a loan of 50 lakhs, that's a worst scenario. So what highest amount of EMI I'm supposed to pay? Let me click OK. In the new sheet, a scenario will be created. If you can see, the best is 25 lakhs, with which only we have to give an EMI of 35,000 only, and the worst is 50 lakhs, where we have to give EMI of more than 70,000 a month, and this is the current value, which is our current scenario. So I hope you all have understood that what is scenario manager, how can you add. Suppose I want to delete scenario, so I can click something which I can delete. I want to edit, so again I can go here and edit the scenario as well. So this is the way scenario manager works. And after adding all the scenarios, suppose you have different scenarios for different quarters, so you can add all the 4 quarter scenarios and see the summary likewise. I'm sure you have enjoyed learning what if analysis and different options it has. Please practice it yourself. Thank you.